Greetings everybody and welcome back to Daddy DeGrand, Daddy Plays Pyre. We have a new companion and he probably... yeah, that's what I thought, he wants to talk. Oh, I hate it when they get talkative. Nah, I kid, I like it. Hello my boy, Tizo and I, we were just reminiscing on old times. Rock, he's having a good time. He's happy to have Wolfred back among the Nightwings once again. I am not happy about that. For one, because I am still not the biggest fan of Wolfred, on one hand, and on the other hand, it makes no sense. It makes no sense for him to be here now. He wanted to keep his presence among us secret all this time. There is no reason to openly show himself now, and everyone knows it. He has a lot of enemies. And he basically just presented himself to all of these. Even the voice is recognizing that and is not happy about the situation. That will come back to bite us, one way or another. At least Tizo's having a good time. Thank you, Tizo. I'm happy to be back among the Nightwings as well. Though you understand why we were forced to be apart for so long, don't you? Scrahoom. He understands full well. I trust that Tariq provided some good company and song during the intervening time. Skreek. I only heard him sing once in here, aside from the Liberation Trials. He confirms he did enjoy traveling alongside the Lone Minstrel for some time. And there he is, right on cue. Something I can do for you, Wolfred, sir? He laughs warmly at this. No, Tariq, we are well enough for now. Tizo and I, we were just remembering the time when we first met, the three of us. Tizo was rather apprehensive then, as I recall. He was merely being circumspect. I'm sure Tizo has the sharpest instincts of us all. But the bite he gave to you, sir, it left a permanent impression, did it not? It did, indeed. I consider it a mark of friendship. May it stay with me for all my days. I think he means one of these things on his fingers here. Would at least make sense, right? It's a good reminder that, despite the challenges we faced together in the past, my time among the Nightwings has been extraordinary. Likewise, can I say the same, sir? Krakri. He shares the sentiment too. And then they turn to me. I should apologize, my boy. Here we are talking of a history you do not share. Believe me when I say we are skipping over many of the bad parts. What I mean is, it isn't my intention to exclude you as we wax nostalgic. The Nightwings that you know, we are a strange assortment, are we not? Those of who share some kinship from the past, I suppose we cannot help but seek some warmth in it. But it should not be to the exclusion of the friendships that we forge right now. So please, why don't you join us for a bit? Together, you, Wolfred, Tizo, and the Lone Minstrel will talk a while about the times gone by. The three of them are pleased to be back in one another's company again, having grown close through shared experience in the past. Just the same, they have welcomed you into the group. In spite of the hardships you have faced, some of these idle moments that you share together may one day form memories you think back on with fondness. Soon the conversation winds down, though it lifted all your spirits for a while. That's nice, I think. Anything to say? My dear reader. It actually messes with my head that she stopped calling me her lovely reader. That is actually messing with my head. I have the feeling that something about our relationship really changed. Let's read another page to get my mind off it. I oftentimes think the carapace of the Hive Titan Biolantius shall be an everlasting blemish of an almost splendid bit of land. But Yomuer in his brashness felt the monster with a certain flair. Then the moon shone through the ridges of the massive carapace and shined upon the pooling ichor, turning it into the freshest nectar ever to be tasted. The spring shall flow eternally, and those who walk within it shall experience the resplendent glory of the land. The stars began to fall there in the spring with regularity, and we now know how soon again that they shall do and so, and we wish for you to see for it yourself. That's a very nice chapter. Much nicer than some of the others I had in the past. Alright, journey time. I was hearing some awkward noises in the back, or was I imagining that? Oh well. Nothing to worry about, right? Nothing to worry about. We're already at the destination. She is interested in taking this route to Pit of Melith. And he suspects that you may find something of value along this route. I'm not really interested in getting items. Money really hasn't been that much of a concern for the most part. So we land here and go with what she says. You arrive again in the fetid swarms of flagging hands, already anticipating the sinking feeling that comes with the place. This time, Bertrude has something to say for it. We shall show ye how to withstand the less pleasant qualities of this locale. She reveals various salves and minor enchantments that help to counteract the spirit-draining effects of the region. Soon everyone is feeling better, if but for the assurance. Henceforth you shall not suffer penalties of hope in this region. Bertrude, you are the wind in my sails. That's mighty kind of her now, isn't it? Locate the missing drive imps? Still nothing? My god, this girl. She used to be so talkative. She used to be so willing to discuss things with me, and now she is just cutting me short. Alright, let's join her. Your intentions to explore the fetid swarms of Cold Moat were dashed when, on your arrival, several of the wagon's strong-willed drive imps escaped. Fortunately, their disposition toward mischief proves predictable enough, and soon all the imps are once again accounted for. However, Pamitha also has a nasty bite to show for it. Oh yeah, you can see on her face, she is not happy about that. Blast a little burrs, I'll skewer them one day. You dressed the minor wound, which ought to heal soon, but the incident took much of your remaining time this day and left both of you and Pamitha awaiting its merciful conclusion. She lost quickness for the ride, damn. I really wanted to use her too. Now she wants to talk. Pamitha is staring out the window as you approach. I'm as flying reader, darling. Take it from me, it feels as good as you expect. It's not enough for those Commonwealth brutes to cast us down here. If they can get their fingers on us, they make sure we never fly again as once we did. All while calling it an act of mercy. Let me ask you something, You've learned a thing or two. What have your studies taught you of my kind? She wishes to know what you have learned of the harps. You know the violence they have caused, you know what they have suffered. You know you share a common ancestor. It said that when some of the ancient harps relinquished their wings, the conflict began. The long-held enmity between the harps and the calamity has led the winged race to ruin. That is what I do know, in fact. You know that the harps long survived on the brink of extinction, and the warriors of the hiring remnants are all that remain of them now. They may see little recourse at this point than to avenge the fallen and see to it that the Commonwealth suffers in return for all that has transpired. Such sympathies could not have earned your popularity, I gather, darling. In fairness, you leave out a number of atrocities my people have inflicted upon yours, but nonetheless, you seem to have the gist of it. My kind certainly are known for their good sense of humor, I can tell you that. My little tongue got me into no small amount of difficulty till I learned to keep it well under control. The mountains I come from, the views there certainly are something, but there's a bleakness to it too. Being surrounded only by those consumed by the desire to avenge. We are very proud like that. Everybody vying to be the strongest, to kill the most of you. That way we might just get a shot with the prince. Continue the line, if he even exists. Your understanding is that the males of the harp are all gone though. Perhaps one remains. They mate as poison spiders do, and would slay each other in their sleep. That's harsh. Imagine that being the best case scenario, darling. She shakes her head. Anyway, I was just thinking I rather enjoy the traveling we've done. The change of scenery does me some good. Perhaps I'll stick to wandering after all this. In fact, I have a fancy for some wandering right now, if you'll excuse me. She heads out of the wagon into the fetid swarms of flagging hands. That's a very particular spot to go off wandering, I suppose. That actually gave me a lot to think about, because I was actually considering if I should leave her behind, or I'll not leave her behind, send her to freedom as well. I don't think with what she said right now that is a good choice. But I will think about it some more. There's a pit of Millith. I hope I will get some info about what Ruhi's up to now. There he is, the one I was waiting for, the messenger imp, with news and rumors from the other side here in flagging hands. He let it in and offered some light refreshment, as Rookie would have done. The imp's message turns out to be about him. You learn Rookie's past transgressions have all been forgiven since his return to the Commonwealth. He was even offered a well-appointed home and place of business. It must have represented just the kind of lavish lifestyle that Rookie always claimed to have had for himself and his extended family. Eventually, and somewhat reluctantly however, he refused the gifts. Instead, he tracked down Wolfred's agents and gave them ample information, thus emboldening their ranks. The last bit of the message sounds as though it was transcribed word for word from something Rookie said. It simply reads, "The rest of you better get back here soon or else." Yeah, that sounds like him. You thank the messenger imp for the report. Soon it has all your companions talking. I had every faith that our friend Rookie would stand tall and rise to the occasion. We understand this Rookie holds no small degree of influence, at least among his kind. Hard to believe he would have turned down living in that kind of luxury. Though maybe he got used to it out here. Don't you think he must be sad to have turned down a house? I hope he isn't sad. Ah, the noble Rookie. He sets a shining example upon us all. Hari Key. Teaser's happy to learn that Rookie joined the revolution in the Commonwealth. The news of Rookie's liberation fills you and your exiles with a newfound resolve. The messenger imp accepts some scraps to eat from you and rushes off. Plus hope for the next ride. Very nice indeed. I want to see how the chances for the plan are standing right now. And Ron is here as well, eh? Let's see what he's offering this time.
Oh, hey guys, let me tell you something really quick. Now, I happen to have heard that Mr. Greentail, he's moved on or something like that. Well, I just want you to know, he was one of my most favorite customers, and because of that, I'm giving you the same great deals, okay?
It's awfully nice of you, man. I've never used these bottles of him. Flame Leech. After dousing adversaries' Pyre, Beerus Pyre recovers. That sounds actually interesting. But I don't think I want a talisman just for that. Also, apparently these things haven't gone off the shelf as he was hoping for. Let's go back. Ugh, just the way it goes sometimes. At that. Let's check one more time. I want to talk to you. Speak to me. She doesn't want to speak to me. Alright. Who am I going to use? I'm going to use Pamitha, of course. She is supposed to meet her family. Also, she's just one of my best characters overall, I think. I want to use Wolfred again, because he is still a lot of progression to do. And I also really want to use... Not quite sure. I had Teaser last time. Let's go with... I could go with Sir Gilman again, right? Or Bay. Let's use Bay. Bay is always fun to use. Her jumpy powers are ridiculous. The afternoon is just beginning to give way to nightfall as you and your companions finish making preparations for the ride. Through all the ceremony, you realize Pamitha is nowhere to be found. The last anybody saw of her was shortly after the Black Dragon came to rest here at the pit of Millith. She returns just as you are beginning to plan a search for her. Sorry to have worried you there, reader darling. Just getting a little antsy is all. Had to go and spread my wings a bit and shake away the nerves. She's holding something back. Don't you get in my head. I'm telling you the truth. I'm telling you the truth, damn it! Damn you, reader. Get out! Get out! Get out! Anyhow, it looks as if the show's about to start. I shall be in the field with the others. As Pamitha departs, you see she is right, as the stars above begin to shine. You know she's about to face her sister, Pamitha, once again. You accept that it is a very private matter between them. I'm still going to use her. I trust her, and I trust that this trust is not going to be disappointed. I trust that my trust is not going to be betrayed.
The time is nigh, you exiles of the Night Wind. greetings.
It is so.
You are returned once more unto the pit of Melith.
Yeah, apparently all the paths cross here.
Adversaries in the rites this eve shall be the essence. Reduce their pyre to a smolder and step closer to freedom.
I would like to know what he's telling them.
Prepare yourselves.
Because they must be hearing something as well, right? The winged exiles of the Essence take position opposite your own companions, and their leader soon asserts herself. Pamitha, come forth, no trickery this time. She appears as asked, though remains silent as her blood sister studies her for a time. Pamitha then reaches for her mask. You look weary to me, sister. Oh, too little sleep, I guess. I do get rather anxious sometimes on the nights before one of these things. It can be a lot of pressure. Understandable. The two of them say nothing for a time. You cannot discern what they are thinking. The hiring remnants all seem to be very mentally acute, trained as they are from birth. Soon enough, Pamitha cuts through the tension, her tone light as ever. So, given further thought to my proposal then, I have. And I think that now is not the time for talk. Besides, your comrades there, surely you give them pause. Even now, they must be questioning your loyalty. What? But I... Oh, cut it with the stammering, Pamitha. It is very unbecoming, you know that. And you be sure to tell those comrades of yours what you propose to me. She dons her mask once more. As she rejoins the other exiles of the Essence, Pamitha hesitates before returning to your group. I told her she could take my place. That I would keep her up to date about our progress. That she could take my place if ever it was time for me to go. But you don't have to worry. For one thing, she refused, and for another, well, I'd better tell you later. For now, remember, you can count on me. Okay, sure.
Choose quickly your triumvirate.
I will. Let's go with my man Wolfred again.
Wolfred.
Looks like a very good battleground for him as well here. Let me think really quick. They have only birds, right? Yeah, only birds. Not all of them being quick. Rather slow, actually. All of them having decent amounts of glory. All of them being fully stacked out, damn. All of them having a lot added to their maximum stats. Oh well, sure, whatever. I am not afraid. There you go, Pamitha. And for the last spot, I really wanted Bay, right? So I probably should do exactly that.
Very well.
Oh, I hope that Pamitha and Pamitha make amends somehow. Because my understanding is that family is important, isn't it? Face us, wastrels of the Commonwealth. The pain and loss to your defeat this night shall reverberate not only in your hollow hearts, but in the homeland that abandoned you. Are you quite sure it has to be this way, sister? There's no compromise here, Pamitha. Not for traitors to my country or my blood. I understand. Then so be it. I am ready for you, boys and girls. Let's put that one right there. That's one. Ooh, that's neat. That's very neat. Ah, that's a shame. Dropped it straight in there. Ah well, that's what I get for trying to be cute with him. Nice. That should do it. Ah. So hard getting used to the idea that pressing space is now a defense tool. Damn. The girl can jump like crazy, but she takes always a little bit of time before she does. You seem distracted, Pamitha. Is there something more you wish to say to me? Or else you feel that I am old, perhaps? She stops at this and reaches for her mask. I am sorry for what I did to you, sister. For what you did to me. Your apology rings as hollow as your plumage. You might rehearse it further upon every last survivor of the hiring remnants. Now, no more talk. I mean, you started talking here, right?
Such hatred spewing constantly from Pamitha.
It's one down.
Yet here in exile, she is
Nice.
but talk.
Let's go here. Damn, dropped it. Nice. Can I grab it? And plunge it right in.
Serve her true.
That they have. And there you go. There you go as well. Woo-hoo-hoo. I sadly overshot there.
Alas for Bay,
Oh!
Pamitha has plunged into
She flew so fast. Amazing. That's not the place I want to be. That though. Ah, okay. Using the shield also allows me to actually drop that thing.
banishment.
Nice.
for all.
There we go.
Neatly done.
Another 22. Drop the ball. Drop your life. Nice.
Bay did it.
Bay did it indeed. Throw that there. Come closer. Nice. Nope. There you go.
Sword right in.
That's what I wanted to see.
Your adversary's
Yeah, they have a hard time because I immediately dropped that there and they just... Okay, they aren't really playing that very smart because they just dropped themselves in there.
Bay doused the flame.
One more. From Daddy DeGrand with love.
That and we are finished here.
And you're down.
Good.
Hehe. Ah, that's a shame though. Ah, nothing I can do there.
To wake you up.
Oh, I don't want to lose this. There you go. Nice. Put that there. Throw that over to her. And that's our win.
It is done.
They had a good head start there, but we pulled through.
They
Like
somehow
Salas indeed.
managed to scrape by despite their adversary's efforts.
That we did.
The right is complete.
You win, blood sister. You win. I don't suppose that means you'll reconsider. You know that I cannot. You are always obstinate, but in that regard, and all others which count for anything, you are inferior to me. Remember that. What you offered is meaningless to me. I shall free myself without your help, or that of anyone. Now then, farewell. Wait, what of your comrades, the Essence? You must need them at least. Mincing my words, as ever, Pamitha, but she actually had the same thought as I did. Now that I do love you, in a way. Is that what you wish to hear? But my purpose is plain, and you stand in its way. You are a fool to think my freedom is my goal. My freedom is a means towards an end, the likes of which you never would abide. Do you think that you could sway me from my purpose, Pamitha? Pamitha remains silent for some time. No, I think that I will struggle to destroy the Commonwealth no matter what it takes. No matter if, in doing so, you are destroyed instead. Just so. So then, you understand me after all. Pamitha does not turn to watch her blood sister depart.
Always is there greater knowledge to be gained.
There is. Quite substantial. And... not quite there. Ah, well.
Until the stars align.
Until they do that. The Cairn of Hope is a celestial landmark whose standing stones may be pushed into different ah, damn. But I know what that meant. After you overcome the Essence in a last-ditch effort, there's little time for you to rest as yet. The night beckons and the next rite reveals itself to be a vital one. It is already time, reader. Come see for yourself. The coldness of the season now presents to us another chance. He heads out straight away and you follow in turn. Indeed, among the remaining stars, you see one with which you are familiar now burns ever brightly. The path to freedom is laid bare before you. Let's pursue it. Shine bright like a diamond. Soleum. The Golden Star. Oh, we are fighting those guys there. The Fate. Interesting. They might be giving us a run for my money. I hope they won't. Already are the Nightwings summoned back to Mount Alodiel. Picture the rides as a wheel broken free from a black wagon. It is turning uncontrollably and soon shall reach a sudden stop. We should have several chances left for someone to go free. Either of us or else our adversaries, but not both. What is at stake each time is further complicated now, I must admit, knowing we have so few opportunities remaining. Those whom we send back into the Commonwealth, should our plan somehow fail, they may look back upon their exile with fondness. 60%, we're getting better. So, returning to the Commonwealth is not inherently a mercy, I don't think. Moreover, there are also those among us whom we count on to prevail in the rights. We need them on the Nightwings just as much as we need them in the Commonwealth. We cannot simply grow our numbers here given the circumstances. And so, who stays, who goes, the destroyers affect us all. No pressure there, my boy. No, I don't know about you, but I shall go and take my leave for now. Let's set forth again at daybreak. Well, I think that's all for this episode. Got another victory under our belt and some story progression for Pamitha. And another liberation raid coming our way. Not sure whom I'm going to liberate this time around, but we are all going to find out in the next episode. Until then, have the greatest of days.